Shalom, first and foremost, going to start by giving infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Harakat, Dash. No honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, rule and teach world, peace and blessings to all from the faithful elect, across the four corners, living and preaching the truth, and that's that building sincere. Shalom. As you see from the title of the video, it's the end of
Shabbat Shalom.
Yes, Shabbat Shalom. And as you can see from the title of the video, it said the end is made manifest. Like all the things you see in taking place on earth right now were written about. They were prophesied. And we're finally seeing them. Okay, all these things they're right in front of you, so you can't argue with it. Right? All you can do is turn a blind eye to it. Right? Like the scripture says, you gotta be willingly ignorant to not see the things that are right in front of you. All right. Let's start with that second Ezra 9.
Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right? So how do you measure time? By the prophecies that's taking place on the earth right now. And the Lord told you, Matthew 24 chapter, which we always go into, the earthquakes, sedition among men, wars, rumors and wars. Right? You're going to see famine, you're going to see pestilence that's coming up. Right? That's how we know we're in the end right now. Right? Now you're hearing talks that Rockman basically mainstream. Right? They're talking about, they're just like, yeah, we're going to do a new currency, get ready for a complete economic reset, a huge recession. Okay? Right? That's that new world order right now.
And when thou seest part of the signs past,
we already see. We already see. We've seen the majority of the signs past. I ain't too much more that actually got to happen other than basically Jacob trouble, the Karagu, and the Lord coming back.
Last year, and Karagu, destruction, and deliverance. Straight up. Straight up.
Right there, Karagu.
Yeah. Okay. Verse 2. Then, well, the end of 1, it says, which I have told thee before.
He was on the earth with you, but even before that, you got these prophecies, they go all the way back to the book of Genesis. All right, talking about the things that are happening right now. Right?
Right, brother, and we're telling you before they happen. The Lord through his men are telling you right now before they happen. That's why we're called the prophets. It's not like we're going around saying we're self-proclaimed prophets of the Lord. The word prophet is simple, man. It just means to say before. We're not saying our own philosophy, our own opinions before. Okay, we're saying we're out here simply reading the Lord's word of the things that's going to happen soon, right? Or the things that's going to come to pass before they happen. So that's what deems you a prophet. A man that brings out the word of Yahweh by Shua, okay, before it happens. And that's all we're doing. So who gets the credit at the end of the day? Are we doing it to get the credit? Are we giving the Lord credit? We're telling you this is his word, right? You got it, brother. It says, verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
How you visiting that world? Now you visiting it through these places and pestilence first. Before you just crack the clouds, you come on and he's gonna come through these prophecies, like the Lord was saying. They're gonna come through showing you the famine, showing you Jacob trouble, showing you this, showing you that, the pestilence. Right? That's the visiting right there. Right?
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
That's just a part of the signs. Right? We know they got literal earthquakes going all across the earth. They got the taps and shit like that. But you're seeing the uproars of the people in the world, man. Like everybody upset about something. That's because of Esau rulership. That's because he's ruling the earth right now. Right? The men against the women. Everybody just against each other. You got the Democrats against the Republicans. You got this nation against that nation. Right? But that's all because Esau is at the top. Right?
So it says, verse 4, then shalt thou well understand. Right? It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things.
Like, how did he speak of those things? Through his prophets. Like, you're going to realize, oh, damn, those guys are telling the truth, man. Like, they were giving us all this information. Bam, it's happening like this, it's happening like this. Like, you see it. Like, you're going to understand well. We understand well. You're going to understand well. Man. But the only difference is you're going to understand too late. Right? So it ain't even going to matter.
Right. That's a man shall dog. Well,
you gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna be calling on the real name and everything. All right. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
You say he declared the end from the beginning, man. He already told you this. This whole story was already written. Everything predestined. Like, well, all we doing is living it out right now. We gotta live up to the play. We gotta go through Jacob trouble, unfortunately, because it's written. Right?
They're just thinking like the Lord just sit back. Like I'm saying this whole little thing, so he's beholding all of this wickedness, you know. Esau fraud ass and you 2/3 niggas running around big headed and thinking that, you know, feeling secured and comforted in this society, you know, like you really got power. You see what I'm saying? And it's like the whole time the Lord just sit back, like just letting y'all just continue to be wicked, continue to be wicked, continue to be wicked. And the whole time the trap just sitting there waiting for you. While Yahweh shine, the angels, they're all in the heavens looking, just waiting for all of you niggas like a herd to just go fall off that cliff, man. You 2/3 that is. And it's inevitable. It's imminent. It's already set in stone. That's for 2/3 of you to be cut off. You know? Yeah. And then this shit will understand. Damn right, you gonna will understand, man. Niggas always understand through pain, man. You know? All right, verse 5. But like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end. And the end is manifest.
Like the end is manifest. I'm about to get the word manifest.
Right, bro.
It's that word manifest. It says clear or obvious to the eye or mind. Right? But it's only clear and obvious to the elect right now. Right? But it's about to become clear and obvious to the rest of the world. But you're gonna be late. Right? You're gonna be behind the curve, but we as proxies for I'm rocking we were ahead of the curve. Right? It says clear, obvious to the eye or mind, obvious, clear, plain, apparent, evident, distinct, definite. Like you said, inevitable.
Yeah, and I mean it's like when you make it, you can argue with things, right? You know, it's like it is everything that was said before, here they are. They're coming to pass right before you. When you without beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the Lord said it first. Yahweh shot. Okay? The Lord put his men out here, his prophets out here, to tell you of all of these calamities that's gonna happen before they happen. So when they happen, you're gonna understand, damn. Everything that was written in that book has came to pass, man. Everything that was written in that book actually happened. They were right about everything that they said in that book. You know? And that's what it's all going to boil down to, man. But you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all going to have to learn through pain, man. And death. You know, and of course you're going to come back, right? You know, because there ain't going to be no wickedness, there ain't going to be no such thing as a wicked Israelite in the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Outside of those that Lord pull up and say, bring him before me. and say, you know, those of you like that, yeah, you know what I'm saying? The part from me, I never knew you. You know, you rebels and so on and so forth. Yeah, because I mean, when you get into Ezekiel 20th chapter, around like the 34th chapter, it talks about rebels and all this old different type of shit like that. Because you got to look at it like the 2/3 are not just in America. So once America is destroyed, Yahweh Shai and the angels come back. You still got 2/3 Israelites in Brazil. You got 2/3 Israelites in West Africa. They're still gonna be alive. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And they're gonna have to get put to death. Okay? Meaning, even after America is destroyed, you're going to still have 2/3 on the earth. And those are the ones that the Lord is going to, they're going to go before the Lord and you're going to,
Execute.
Yeah.
Public execution. Shit. Public execution.
Bring him before me and slay him utterly. Okay? That's talking about a 2/3. You know what I'm saying?
Kill him right in front.
Yeah.
Everybody right now.
That's talking about a rebel. Someone who don't want to worship Yahweh while Yahweh shot. You want to serve this goddamn devil, man. You want to serve Eve. You want to serve the motherfucking streets. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas out here, man? I'm married to the streets.
To the streets, right?
What? Nigga didn't say streets, right? Nigga say streets. Married to the streets. Stupid, ignorant, dumb. I can't wait till the Lord do the deal with you, nigga. Man. Go ahead, bro.
Proverbs 1:24. It says, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught of all my counsel, and with none of my reproof.
Right.
Hey, that's you niggas right there. You don't want to listen. I have to keep it simple. You just don't want to listen, man. Like, it don't matter how much shit you see. Like, I think that's in the book of 2nd Ezra. Even though you see all these scourges, you still gonna be unmindful.
Man, Jacob's gonna stand right before us. He'll bring up all these scriptures and prophecies, going to the laws, what you can and can't do, and all that, and smoke a cigarette the whole time. Why? Because he's not mindful of scourge. They don't take this serious, man. If it ain't coming from the mouth of boss man, he ain't trying to hear it, man. Okay? Right, bro. Go ahead.
Like I said, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. I ain't gonna do that. We're gonna be the ones laughing at you and mocking you when you start experiencing these side effects right now, man.
Right, bro.
Lord start hitting you with that G. Okay? We're gonna be the ones laughing at you when this family keep getting full-fledged. You can't get no food, you can't do this, you can't go to Raising Cane's no more. Niggas can't go to McDonald's, you can't get no gas, you can't go nowhere. We're gonna be the ones laughing at you, man. Like, you deserve it. Right? It says, when your fear cometh as desolation, your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, and what's gonna be your fear of desolation? The so-called white man. Right? The same one you put all your hope and all your faith into, that's gonna be the one that's coming to destroy you, man. I said, when distress and anguish cometh upon me, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Like Elder was saying, you're gonna be calling on the name. Are you gonna know the name? You're gonna know some of the breakdowns. You're gonna know, oh, this is the Quran right here. This, but it ain't gonna matter, right? Because you didn't have any faith, right? So it really don't even matter, man. You have to see it to believe it. That's what separates us from you. It says, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Right? Like the scripture said, you were willingly ignorant. You chose not to fear the Lord. You chose to fear the so-called white man. Now you got to deal with those consequences. Right? He said, they were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore, they shall eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Right? The ultimate device is going to be when Esau just come and put that Quran in you. You already took that juice. All right, so you're going to be filled with your own advice. You want to serve the white man so bad? All right, bet. So I'm going to let you take that. Yeah.
Yeah, this how you know. This going on. This piece about this. How you know the one that like 2/3 literally going to get slaved before the Lord, man. Like, think about it. The missiles are not going. The entire world, contrary to popular belief, the earth is not going to be destroyed, man. Okay. The only thing that's gonna end is Esau's rule over the earth, Esau's grip over the planet, man, over the kindreds and the nations of people. That's the only world coming to an end. Esau's fucking world, man. All right, we going to that week in and week out, but the point that I'm making is once America is destroyed, the world is still gonna go on, man. You got to think about that. The world is still gonna places. that don't get hit by nuclear missiles is still going to have that regular population now. You see what I'm saying? But they're still going to have to get their judgment. When you go into Ezekiel, the 20th chapter, get there real quick, around the 34th chapter. This is how a lot of people just figure because you're going to be able to get out of the line of fire and be so well, I'm an Israelite, but I'm in this part of the earth, so I don't have to worry about a nuclear missile hitting me. Hey, guess what? The Lord ain't gonna miss you, man. Every Israelite is you gonna have to you get judged.
Don't wait shape before you get touched.
You get judged. You are not going to escape judgment, man. Whether you're just or unjust, you are going to get your judgment. They got a precept that I want to bring out after this one and right before you bring up. Okay, this is now Matthew 25, and I'm gonna start at 31. It says Yahweh shall speak, and when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, talking about when Yahweh shall come back on the chariots, right? It says, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. So Yahweh shall gonna come back, you know, the whole earth gonna see him. Because it say every eye shall see him. So that means the world is still gonna be functioning to an extent to where they can all televise this, broadcast this. That's what Yahweh shall want. Matter of fact, he gonna override the satellites and make show. Even if your fucking your TV off, that shit's gonna catch. No, make sure you see it.
4K right now.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have no excuse at all. But anyway, you know, 31, verse 31, Matthew 25 and 31, verse 32, it says, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, and as a shepherd divided his sheep from the goats. Right? So he says all the nations. And guess what? Israel is where? Scattered in all the nations. Why the Lord is dividing all the nations? So he can get his people out of the motherfuckers, man. Okay, Elon, if we're dealing with you, let's put your ass on trial. Okay, let's get all my people out of Elon. Y'all come on out of there. You know? Come on out of there. That's why I say everlasting shame, or everlasting sons that come in, everlasting shame, you know, and go to you fucking heathen nations. Y'all gonna be in chains and shackles, butt ass naked, in everlasting shame, but you're gonna see the Israelites that you were oppressing coming out celebrating and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, we're free.
They just found out
you know, like one of them apartheid, I guess when Nelson Mandela got freed out of jail. And you see running all out of them being celebrating and all that type of shit, you know. But you're gonna have 2/3 still in that mix, man. You're gonna have 2/3 because the missiles ain't gonna hit everything. You see what I mean? So the Lord gonna divide every fucking nation, man. You can't hide from him. Let me finish it though. This is gonna be a beautiful time to think about this, Akim. Why this is going on. Y'all like you remember how the whole world was glued to the TV when the O.J. Simpson trial was going? Your young ass don't know.
I don't know. Documentaries.
But just documentaries and shit, the whole earth was glued to the TV to the O.J. Simpson case, right? All right. Well, imagine the entire world glued to the TV while Yahweh Shai is judging in every nation one by motherfucking one. Okay, come on, Elon. I want your prime ministers. I want your presidents. Okay, I want your kings and your queens. I want your elites. I want all the top motherfuckers. Come on, I want all the motherfuckers right before me. The whole world is gonna see this. When you go in the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, that's when the nation's gonna say, has he become as one of us? Is this the man? You see what I'm saying? The Lord gonna humiliate your ass, man. Okay? But back to my point. Yeah, verse 32. Yahushua, this is him speaking, so you know he ain't lying. Come on. Yahushua is in red telling you what he's gonna do when he come back. Come on, man. You can definitely put this in the bank. All right. So it say, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another. It's gonna be a beautiful time, and look, we're gonna be sitting on side of the Lord, with all that power and glory on side of the Lord. Gonna feel good. Y'all was trying to sit right there on that side of your house. I can't believe this. And you're gonna see all these heathens begging for their lives, begging for their freedom, begging for forgiveness, crying and weeping and sobbing at our feet. All the Michael sitting at our right, Uriel right, just talking, just going, talking to each other like we've been knowing each other. You know what I'm saying? Discussing this heathen. Yeah, this look at this filthy animal. Look what this dog did. Yeah, this is the animal that actually was the cause of my death right here, man. Nah, back in the 1300s, man. This motherfucker. We're gonna say it in Hebrew, of course. Speaking of Michael, you know what I'm saying? What you want to do to him, D-Man? Come on, D-Man, what you want to do? I got you, brother. What you want to do to him? You know what I'm saying? Just imagine that's gonna be a beautiful, and the whole world gonna be looking. Trembling. Like, ooh. What is he? You know what I mean? We speaking as men, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's nothing we can say that can come close to how the Lord really gonna have this thing going, man. All right, but the scripture says, comfort ye one another with these words, man. Okay. So anyway, it says, as a shepherd divided his sheep, Israelites, come on up out of there. Be doing Isaiah 14:2, right? All the heathens are gonna do what? Bring. Matter of fact, get that from the right here. While I'm right here. Yeah, Isaiah 14:2, right? I know I'm telling you to get.
Isaiah 14:2, it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Yes, okay. These people, these heathens, right? The Lord, it says, Matthew 25:32. And before him, Yahushua, shall be gathered all nations. Right? This is the people bringing the Israelites back to who? Yahushua. Which is going to be where? In Israel. Right? He says, and he shall separate them one from another. Read that again.
Isaiah 14:2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
So the heathens are going to take us and bring us, those of us, this is after America is destroyed, right? This is when the Lord is going to bring, and literally be judging each one of these nations and getting his people out of all of these nations after he destroyed their militaries in World War III and all that type of shit like that, Go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, servants and handmaids.
That's why we say we're going to sit on side of our Lord, literally, man. While y'all ass bow down and begging for mercy, man, in chains. This is in the Bible. We're not making this up. This came out of Yahushua's mouth. Okay? All right, let me finish this point. I just wanted to, back that point up right there. That was it on that. Okay. So it says, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Okay, but guess what? Give me the one in give me the one. Give me Daniel 11 real quick. When the fucking evil Israelites, when we're talking about thy people evil.
Okay.
The ones that basically sided with that pact that they made with Antiochus. Break all the laws and all that shit. They was all for shit. I could get it all. I just don't want to miss it.
I got it. Daniel 11:14. And it says, and in those times there shall many stand up against the king of the south. Right? Also the robbers of that people shall exalt themselves to establish the vision, but they shall fail, shall fall.
Yeah, niggas, man. Okay. And then when you go into what is that second level, get that one right quick. Second level is where they made the actual covenant. Which one that was you brought up?
That was Daniel's level.
Yeah, all right, now go to the second level.
All right. Maccabees?
Is it Maccabees? My bad. Maccabees.
First Maccabees 1. I started verse.
Now, man, I'm gonna read this verse again while the brother going there. It says, verse 33, speaking of Yahushua speaking, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Right? And it says, go ahead.
So first Maccabees 1 and outside verse 11. And it says, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Okay. So what do these two passages have in common? They were siding with the heathen. Right? So when you lay in bed with the heathen, what happens? You die with the heathen. You're going to get judged with the heathen. So this is what's going to befall 2/3 of you. You're going to get judged. 2/3 of you that are not, in America that's destroying you. 2/3 in America, them missiles are going to destroy you. But I'm talking about like scattered abroad, like in remote areas of the world, different parts of the world that's not, in a direct line of fire, right? In this third world war. You're not going to escape. You're not going to escape. Okay? Because a lot of you in those other countries are wicked as hell, just as wicked as these motherfuckers over in America, man. You got just as much blood, innocent blood on your hands as these niggas on here do, man. You done kiss just as much heathen ass as these niggas over in America have, man. You see what I'm saying? Oh, they got all kind of cool
Nigeria. They think they eat money.
And then, I mean, but like I said, they up under the curses. We up under the curses. That's just Israelites. We are all up under those fucking curses. Okay. Period. That was it on that one.
It says, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
And that's enough. Yeah, man. The point I'm making is, you lay in bed with these devils, like the two passages that the brother brought out. Every time we're in a situation where we're in captivity, right? You always have the 2/3 that sides with the enemy every time. That's the same 2/3 in each one of those passages that's on the earth today, man. Okay? You're gonna side. You sided with the enemy then. You're gonna side with the enemy in these days soon to come, in these times shortly to come to pass. All right.
Babylonian captivity, the Assyrian captivity, the Egyptian captivity. It all got some cool ass niggas just cooling, man.
Right, man.
Getting you put in the worst fucking shit. I say Paul says, the further your bonds, man.
So it says, but the ghost on the left, it says, then, verse 34, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my father. It says, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, right? Which is who? The elect, man. Come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Now that's when you're dealing with the elect. This is the time where you're gonna have people that the Lord got sealed that we may not know of, and so on, from different countries and stuff like that. But on this side, you can't just take a gamble and say, "Oh, I know I'm of the elect, so I'm not gonna learn the scriptures." Nah, you don't want it. Don't play Russian roulette with the Lord, man. Our focus is to learn these scriptures, and Lord willing, we of the elect. See what I'm saying? But these scriptures is our way out of this. The only way we can know what to do is through this Bible. Period. Okay? This is the instructions to get you saved, man. To keep you from getting killed. Period. So I wanna study those I want to study those advantages as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? I need to read those objectives as much as I can. You know, I want to be as sound as I possibly can in those particular objectives when it comes to the survival of not only my house, but my brother's house and the rest of our fucking people. Okay, our nation. When it comes to that, that's common sense. At least it should be. Okay. But anyway, it says, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundations of the world. All right. But I wasn't hungry, and that's when you see even the ships of Tarshish. Okay. Bringing that son and that daughter. So these people that are coming in, they're going to be brought in by these heathens. They're going to soon be their slaves. Right? Go ahead. And when these heathens are bringing the Israelites before the Lord back to Israel, under the Lord's commandment, under the Lord's command, under the Lord's order, they're going to be trembling. Yeah, these fucking heathens are going to be, yeah. Go ahead.
God, like Isaiah 60 and 9.
Because see, the Lord can easily, like he got a certain amount of the elect that he's going to beam up, and you got a certain amount of the elect that's actually going to be brought in, carried in by these fucking heathens. Okay? Go ahead.
Isaiah 60 and 9. Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy son.
And where's Tarshish? Tarshish is in Spain. Okay? Tarshish is in modern day Spain. You're not going to see the word Spain in the Bible, but Tarshish, the ancient place Tarshish is where modern day Spain is today. I put it that way. Okay? So you're gonna that's a hint. That's a hint that Spain, and they're gonna actually make it through. Actually,
they're gonna
survive World War III. We'll just say that they're not gonna be totally annihilated. They're still gonna be at least functionable enough to bring all of the Israelites out of their land back to the Lord at his command. So you're gonna have surviving Israelites in Spain after World War III. Go ahead, bring it out. This prophecy.
Right, and it says to bring thy son from far, their silver and their gold with them.
Yeah, exactly, all of your possessions with you, because you're our slaves at this particular time. Right? Not only are you bringing our sons and daughters back, but you're bringing yourself as our booty as well, as our spoil as well. You're delivering what you stole and yourself, so you can be judged for stealing it. Okay? That's going to be a beautiful time. Why would you want to miss these times, man? The kingdom is going to be beautiful, man. And you got all these other dudes that's talking about Edomites can make it and all. What the fuck? What fun? What fun is ruling the kingdom when the same people that put you in fucking slavery shoulder to shoulder with you? That's not ruling. You're basically a fucking American citizen all over again. You know? Go ahead, huh?
It says, unto the name of the Lord thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls.
There you go, man. That's why y'all, as y'all bringing our sons and daughters back, okay, as you bringing our sons and daughters back, that's that great multitude from all what? Kindreds and tongues and nations. That's another precept that you could go out and cut motherfuckers that they try to say them all heathens and all that type of shit. Well, according to the Bible, the Lord is getting his people out of tongues, nations, and kindreds. And he's going to command all nations and tongues and kindreds to bring his sons and his daughters back. So what are we talking about? I mean, so you know, there's so many ways you can
bam, bam, bam.
You know what I'm saying? With that foolishness. Go ahead, I got my face.
All right. It says, and the king shall minister unto thee, for in my wrath I smote.
Man, you're gonna be our servant. Minister unto us, meaning you're gonna be waiting for us to give you orders. Man. Okay? Minister to somebody means to be ordered by them. That's all it means. When you shall minister to somebody, okay, we tell you what to do. How can I serve you, my Lord? Yeah. And it says your kings, your ruling class. Did not they do that to us? Esau got he got our kings, he got our rulers, and made them his fucking personal slaves. Did he not?
Yeah.
Is that not how you break a nation? You break the head first. Break the head first. So we're gonna start with the fucking head of you heathens. It's just common sense at the end of the day. We're doing no different than you Edomites doing. You know? All right? Go ahead.
It says, but in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I had mercy on thee.
Right, man. And the Lord, he's going to have mercy on us. Because right now we feel like he smote us. Under these curses, this feel like the Lord hates us, man. That's why we beg every day for mercy. That's why we pray. That's why we sigh and cry every day for deliverance. Just for the Lord to just incline his ear. Just Lord, just bow down our ear just for a couple seconds, Lord. Just let me holler at you right quick. Just for a couple seconds, Lord. I ain't gonna take too much. You know how JB. I ain't gonna take too much. You know the Lord. Yeah, man, but you know, and man, we the ones at the mercy seat, man. You know, we at the Lord's mercy. It's like, Lord, please have mercy on us. That's all we can say at the end of the day. Go ahead. That was it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now back in Matthew 25, and let's skip it on. We wanted to deal with the 2/3 that happen to not be in the miracle. Okay. The 2/3 that join hand in hand with the enemy. The 2/3 that put all your trust in, you know, with the ones in Egypt and all that, y'all gonna be destroyed. But guess what? You're gonna have Jake in the UK, Jake in South Africa, Jake in West Africa, Jake in fucking the Philippines. I'm talking about you got wicked Jakes. You got Jake going the fuck off in the Philippines. That ain't gonna, you know, that's not gonna get touched by a missile. But guess what? When the Lord get to divide those nations and they get to bring his sons and daughters out of that, you still gotta get your judgment.
I was gonna pass on that rod. He still got that rod.
Oh, that's a good one. Ezekiel 20. That's a good one. Pass up under the rod. Pass up under that rod. Huh? Yeah. But we're passing up under the rod now. You see what I'm saying? We the Lord got us up under. I just say it this way. The Lord got us on a strict, what they call it when Jake, they got the thing wrong. This ankle. Strict house arrest, man. Okay, the Lord got his men on strict house arrest, meaning the Lord like, okay, you got this circle to abide in, and this is called righteousness. This is my laws. And this is what you're supposed to be doing. Anything outside of that is devil. And you know I kill. And you know if I say it's going to come to pass, son. You know that, right, Lord? We know it, Lord. We out here teaching everything you said. Okay. And if you step outside of that circle, the Lord like, nigga, you know better. What you do to the people that know better? Versus somebody that don't know better. The person that know better get it worse than the person that don't know better. Okay? So it's like, Lord, we lucky to be alive. You know what I'm saying? We really supposed to be in jail, supposed to be locked the fuck down or in a hole some goddamn way. But at least we out for fucking, you know what I'm saying? Even though we're in captivity, we supposed to be fucking dead right now, man. Okay? But let me finish this point, man. You know? Okay, it says, verse 34, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you, and from the foundation of the world. Just imagine this day I can. Then the Lord will be giving us crowns, put crowns on our heads. You're gonna put it that second episode. The Lord putting all the crowns on the leg. You know, these heathens are gonna see all of this. They're gonna witness this, man. They're gonna see this. They're gonna see that thing. When it say the young man talking, yeah, man. Let me finish this landing part of you. Okay, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. But I was hungry, and he gave me meat. I was thirsty, and he gave me drink. I was a stranger, and he took me in. Of course, it's not talking about heathens, right? Just because a heathen give a nigga a hamburger, that means he's a good white man? Come on, man. But if you leave it to Jake, that's what Jacob fucking put out there. Okay? This is the Lord telling Israelites, how the fuck you gonna inherit something unless you are a descendant of that? The only way you can inherit something is you are a descendant of it.
It's your heritage.
It's your heritage. You have to be a descendant to inherit something. You can't inherit something that ain't got a fucking thing to do with your genealogy. What the fuck they do that at? You a fucking thief. That's what it is. You stole this. You didn't inherit this. This was promised to us. But as a penalty for us going off, it was prophesied that Esau was gonna rule for a time, man. Okay? But that was for the Lord to humble us down, right? Because now we can see both sides of the spectrum. We know what it is to receive love, good from the Lord, like Job told his woman, and we know what it is to receive evil from the Lord. So now we have balance now, which goes back to the beginning, knowing both good and evil. But now we got the balance now. We have the righteous form of it now. Back then, we never went through the nastiness of it. Lord, like the angels, like, hold on, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, so we went through the nastiness of it to humble our ass down, like say the higher pride for man. You see what I'm saying? So we done went through the nastiness of this thing. So now the Lord, like, okay, I done molded my men down. You know, I done beat their ass. Yes, I have. I done beat their asses. I done beat their motherfucking ass. I done beat them. I done beat them right. The Lord beat us right, man. Because we hard-headed, bro. So I'm saying, I have my hard-headed moments, but you got to have a line that you just, like I said earlier, it's just a certain line the Lord just ain't gonna tolerate, man. And you got to have that mindset in your head, man. You see what I'm saying? You got to have that mindset, man. It's a line that you just don't cross. I'm not gonna play like that. I done seen it happen many times, the Lord, and I'm like, I don't want one of those slices. Okay. But anyway, it says, so you know that this is the Lord talking to Israelites. But I was a hunger and he gave me meat. I was thirsty and he gave me drink. I was a stranger and he took me in, blah, blah, blah. Not saying blah, 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 blah to what Yahweh said. But the name of the game is edification, okay? So we can be overwriting. He skipped the verse. You know that? Or we can get to the point. What's more important? Sounding good or getting to the point? You know what I'm saying?
I got scripture that say that. I say comprehending much in a few
words. Few words, man. So I mean, it's not disrespecting the Lord's word. I'm just getting to the point, man. Okay. Okay. So we skip down in verse 37, and it says, "Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee in hunger, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee?" You know, skip down again. Okay. Verse 40. "And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me." Right? And this is what you got real quick. Revelations 7 and 9, man. This is what's taking place. And this is the Lord talking about how people have, you know, how a lot of the 1/3, you know, outside of the 144,000. You know what I'm saying? This culminates how a lot of them gonna come in. Go ahead.
Right, so Revelation 7 and 9, "This I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number."
Now, this is after the 144,000 was numbered. The rest of which they are of the 1/3, but the rest of the 1/3 was that great multitude. Go ahead.
"A great multitude which no man can number, of all nations."
So you can number 144,000. But it's a group that no man could number, which is the great multitude. So this is the multitude that Yahweh shall, when he separate these nations, he's gonna be my sons and my daughter. It's all one story, man. And the Lord gonna shove it in you fucking heathens' face, man. We gonna make sure you watch every second of it, man. Same way you stumped on in our fucking face, man. Motherfucker sitting in court, you don't know if you finna be a prisoner for the rest of your life or free.
Shit, man.
Esau up in that bitch, comfortable, fight. fighting, gambling with your fucking freedom, looking at you, laughing, talking to you any kind of way, throwing it in your fucking face. Okay, well, we're gonna reward you double, man. Okay, we're gonna have a worldwide trial, man.
Trial, right?
A global trial, man. Oh, to just look you either in your eyes. Look at this fucking Edomite. It's gonna feel good for us to speak in our holy tongue, and you motherfuckers not understand the way y'all talk shit about us in y'all languages, and we like, I know
you're talking shit, right?
Right.
We're
gonna have the power to do that. We're gonna be before the Lord laughing at you motherfuckers and speaking in Lashawan Kadash, making y'all feel the same way y'all make us feel when we go in y'all establishments. Okay? We're gonna be speaking fluent Hebrew.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna be scared. Motherfuckers gonna be trembling. Okay? This is a global event we're talking about, man. We ain't trying to miss that over no fucking bullshit, man. Okay? Go ahead, huh?
It says, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues stood before the throne and before
hold on. Stood before what throne? Okay, let me go back. Okay? Matthew 25:31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory and all his angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. That throne. Go ahead.
Stood before the throne.
Y'all gonna stand before that throne. Go ahead, bro.
And before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. And cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb.
Right, man. Why are they gonna be saying this? Because when you go back to Yahushua, when he spoke to that particular group, he said Matthew 25:34, precept to it. Then shall the king, Yahushua speaking, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom, prepare for you from the foundation of the world. That's why they rejoice. When the Lord will we in that number, you motherfucking right, we gonna rejoice when the Lord tell us that. Right in front of you motherfucking heathens, man. You gonna see all of this. Y'all gonna see all of that, man. Scared in the bitch, man. They gonna be nervous in the bitch, y'all. Oh, y'all, they gonna be nervous in the bitch, y'all. They gonna be nervous. That's why y'all gonna be hiding. That's why y'all gonna be, you at least gonna be trying to go hide. All of that, man. when you watch, it's gonna be like, see, you gotta remember, it's the kingdom. You're gonna have the sun is gonna rise and set just like it does today. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
The same world we in right now.
You're gonna have day, night, you know what I'm saying? Nighttime, daytime, you know what I'm saying? Birds, rain, just like you do today. You're gonna have a day today, just like you have a day today. Okay? So just think of this in the reality. Be a realist, man. We're a realist at the end of the day. All right? So at the end of the day, this is going to be an ongoing thing. This is an age we're going into. This is not going to be no one day it's going to happen. This is an era. This is the dawn of a new era that we're about to go into, man. Okay, so it's nothing to watch. Turn on the TV and then, oh, Esau, breaking news. We caught a known terrorist, a known Russian this, a known Russian that, a known Iranian this. Okay, that might be tomorrow's news. That might be next week news. Okay, when you go into the kingdom, it's going to be the same way, but on a way more grander scale. Oh, we caught such and such Rothschild. You're going to have him televised. The world's going to see him butt ass naked coming out of some fucking hole. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a day-to-day, every day. The world, our fucking world, man. This is a reality. It's going to be the everyday reality we live in. Okay? Ain't going to be no motherfuckers butt ass naked floating on no goddamn clouds playing a fucking harp all day, man. Forever. I'd rather deal with this shit than do that forever. At least you can get boxed. Come on, man. What kind of shit y'all, man? Bring it off.
Second Ezra 2 and 42. Zion are great people.
This is in that same age, the same era that's about to come upon us, man. Okay? When the Lord say, come ye blessed, this is all a part of that. Come ye blessed.
Fantastic.
Inherit the kingdom. This is all a part of that inheritance. Those crowns, that's a part of that inheritance. That dominion, that spiritual power, those celestial bodies, living forever, ruling over you motherfucking heathens. That's a part of our inheritance, man. Bring it out. Huh?
And it says, whom I could not number. And they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst
damn right we gonna praise him with songs, man. Look what the Lord have gave to us. Look how he have saved us, delivered us from. We went from nothing to we gods now. Every need.
He said, do all things under your feet. He gonna do the same thing with us. Join in.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Fucking right. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature.
Yeah, because according to contrary to popular belief, when people think about, Yahweh Shai, well, we just say the way Esau have portrayed it. They portray the Most High and his son as some old ass frail motherfuckers, man. Some old frail ass beat up. How the fuck you the Most High and you got wrinkles and you are elderly looking? Come on, what?
Man, what?
If I'm the supreme being, I'm gonna look the best. I'm gonna be the best everything. I'm gonna have the best looking, the smoothest skin. I'm gonna have the most agile, the most youthful look. I'm gonna be the best in every fucking thing. That's fucking ass backwards to think of the creator as a old man. Help me out, Gabriel. Y'all motherfuckers better hope I don't get up. Read this comment board. Oh, okay. My eyes kind of bad. Oh, okay. Nah, come on, man.
She was going on right now. Maybe that's all the shit ain't Lord.
She gonna be like, oh, no wonder we in slavery, man.
You got this old ass man.
You got this old ass man up there, man. Yeah, man. He ain't even paying attention.
You're fucked over right now.
Go ahead, brother.
Like it says, in the midst of them was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest.
So we know that Yahweh Shai is spiritually not a young man, but physically, when he come back, he's gonna look like a young man, man. You gotta remember he was in his early 30s when he died, man. Okay? So he's a young man. I mean, you think about guys in the NBA when they're at their prime from like 30 to like 33, maybe 34. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan had his greatest peak, his career peaked in his early 30s. LeBron James' career peaked in his early 30s. Steph Curry's career peaked in his early 30s. I'm just using basketball, you know what I'm saying? You know, and when you look at these guys, they don't look like elderly men. You put a crown on LeBron James' wicked ass, you're gonna be like, man, that ain't no old elderly man. You put you know what I'm saying? But LeBron James is still in these what? Terrestrial bodies. LeBron James eats swine. LeBron James got the juice. LeBron James is a slave to Esau, so he's been beaten down, worn down. And Yahweh Shai's perfection itself. Just imagine. I mean, we just using our imagination, man. Ezra had a vision of him and seen the future through a vision, right? And he saw a young man. All right. This basically meaning that, you know, in younger age, he was a young looking man. He wasn't no old, beat up looking motherfucker. Just saying he was a young looking man. Go ahead, brother.
He says taller than all the rest.
Of course he's tall. He's the king. When you look at Saul, it says Saul was head and shoulders over all of the men of Israel. Okay, well, King David wasn't too far from him because King David was able to fit his armor. Yeah. Think about it. Saul was so fucking tall. So if he head and shoulders over everybody, can't nobody fit his armor and all this shit like that. But King David actually grew into Saul's armor where he was able to wear that shit. So King David had to be head and shoulders over every fucking body. So if Saul and King David head and shoulders over every fucking body, Imagine what Yahweh shot, the ultimate king is.
Terrifying.
Come on, man. That only makes sense.
A giant for real, bro.
Should the king not be the most exalted? You gotta be a proud motherfucker to expect anything different than that. You motherfucking right. Man, we have to stand on silent, Lord. Lord, I'm happy for you just could even be here, Lord, just to be here. I could be the shortest. I could be the shortest one, Lord. Just please, Lord, just put one of the palms on my head, Lord, so I can go throw it in one of these heathens' face. That's all I want to do.
That's a win for me.
Go ahead. I want to exercise my ego over these heathens, man. Okay. Fuck that. We can rule this shit together, man. What the fuck we fighting for? You know what I'm talking about? And we got this whole fucking world to go. Go your black ass over there. You rule over there. I'm gonna go my ass over here. Rule over these motherfuckers.
Fucking planet right now.
Yeah, man. What the fuck we fighting for, man? All this shit out. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
Yes, man. And all that is to say, this is an event that's going to happen, man, in the near future, man. Okay, from that great multitude being brought up out of these nations, the sheep and the goats being separated, these nations being divided, all right, all brought before the Lord, man. All of this is going to happen after the Third World War, right after the Third World War. Okay, after the Lord wipe out all the militaries, man, these things are going to take place. You're going to trial. All of you nations are going to trial. It's going to be a global trial before the world, man. You know, and you're going to see the Lord's men exalted, and they're going to be amongst the judges. Just imagine that. Woo, man! Hey, man, the Lord, genius is an understatement. That's an understatement to talk about. You can't even put it in words, bro. It's like you could see, like, damn, it makes perfect sense how you did it. It don't feel good. But damn, it makes perfect sense, bro. Hey, it don't feel good.
Yeah.
We
these fucking
the guinea pigs, you know what I'm saying? We the experiments.
That just happened to him. I know he's gonna make it.
Yeah, man, you be all right, son. Like I said, you be all right. Hey, girl, stop long like a man, man. Stop all that goddamn complaint. Yeah, all that goddamn crying, man. Tighten up. Go ahead.
Like it says, like this 2 Corinthians 2:44, it says, so I asked the angel and said, sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal.
Yeah. The same ones that the Lord beat him up. 1 Corinthians 15, you know what I'm saying? Go on that chariot, beat the Lord in the air, and shall forever be with him. Why are we going to meet him in the air? Because we're going to be beamed up instantly, so we won't be getting killed. So we're going to get killed by those nuclear missiles. What I already brought out to destroy and to what? And to save. So as the Lord is bringing down destruction, he's going to have the nuclear missiles is going to be totally in the Lord's possession, in his control, totally. You Edomites is going to be basically
pressing your shit for nothing, bro. Yeah. It's over.
Oh my God, stop working! What the fuck? Fuck! You saw me. And the angels going to be laughing at you, stupid motherfuckers. And the Lord going to be like, everybody, y'all got them all pointed in America? All right, let them rip. Let's go.
200 million right now.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
It says, have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms.
That's right. Confess it. Confess it when? Before the world. In order to confess something before the world, you have to really believe it, unless you're just making a phone call. But if you sincere in this thing, you're gonna be fully persuaded and fully confident, right, in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You're gonna be fully persuaded that there's power in that name. You're gonna be fully persuaded that it is the Lord in His Son's name. You're not gonna have a doubt. The name is only as powerful as your faith. If you doubt the name, you can forget about calling on it. You see that in the scriptures when those guys were trying to cast out the demons in Yahweh's name, and demons got on their ass, man. Like, man, Paul, this man we know, Peter we know this man, yeah. He's like, but you don't know. He got on their ass, man. Okay, go ahead, bro.
He said, then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands?
Yeah, man. Who that young dude is? You know what I'm saying? Cause he's tall.
Yeah. Scary looking.
You know what I'm saying? He perfect, man. He's perfect looking. Man, your whole shot is gonna be the definition of perfect from head to toe, man. He is the prototype, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he is the mold of what we supposed to all look like and sculpted out of and patterned out of and shit like that, man. That man, he's gonna be out of sight. Just to look at him is gonna be hard, man. Okay? That's not even doing it no justice, explaining it like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Visible image of the invisible power. Right? They were gonna be like, what about the Lord, bro?
Yes, literally.
Like literally.
He's the invisible, like you said, the invisible power. He that have seen me, have seen the Father. Good talk.
I said, so he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. We're confessing that name right now, and this reward we're gonna get. You ain't taking these L's right now, and people laughing and stuff, and that shit about to come to an end too. Like I said, then the angel said unto me, go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power that I have seen, which is what we're doing to you right now. I say, comfort one another with the scripture, telling you that it's supposed to be motivating you, that you got something to look forward to outside of fucking slavery, being a slave, right?
Colossians 2:6. It says, as ye have therefore received Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, it says, so walk ye in him.
Keep walking in, stay rooted in the faith. Like, you look what you want to get, right? Why wouldn't you stay rooted if you get it?
It says, as ye therefore received it, walk ye in it, in him. Meaning stay that way. Don't switch it up, don't change it up. You know what I'm saying? Stay on the course, man. It says rooted and built up in him. And
rooted and built up. I can just say firm in what you already been taught. It's set up for you to win. If you're the elect, it's literally, all you gotta do is keep walking straight. All right, but they're gonna take left, you want to take right. Don't do none of that. Just keep going straight.
2 steps to the right. I say slide to the left and
go keep it showing. They do all type of shit. They don't want to walk straight, bro. Right, but that's all you gotta do. And you won't make it. Just keep on the straight, narrow path, man. Like the broad is the way to the destruction. Right? So that.
No. It says, rooted and built up in him and established in the faith, as ye have been taught.
You've been taught, right?
Abounding therein with thanksgiving.
Being grateful for what you got, man.
And abounding means stay there. You will remain there.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? So it says with thanksgiving. You know what I mean? So we're supposed to be thankful that we're in this thing, man. We're supposed to be humble and all that type of shit. With the scars, with the scuffs, with the bruises, with the black eyes, with the hickeys, with all that, man. With the shoe prints in our face. Man, this thing is all about getting your ass whooped. The Lord is making men out of us, man. This is how it goes, man. Everything ain't supposed to be sweet. We're fucking slavery, and we're under these curses, man. That comes with the territory. All right?
The conditions of the battle with man is set to fight on earth, man. Right, you're gonna get reincarnated, you're gonna take these L's, you're gonna eventually die and get reincarnated again, but it's the last cycle. Everything after this is gonna be shit, you good, man. Right, even if these niggas get killed, they're gonna be straight.
Right. So it says verse 8, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy.
These right ideas Jake be getting about, you can break this down this way, you can break this. No, man. You already got the right answer, just stick to what you got, man. Like the way that it is good enough, contrary to what you might think. What shit might pop up in your head. I can teach it this way. No, you can't. Right? They got a right way. Just follow along. Right?
It says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahweh Shah Hamashiach. But in him, and this is the point we're going into about what you're saying, to see Yahweh Shah basically is like seeing Yahweh. This is verse 9. But in him, speaking of Yahweh Shah, dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily.
That's gonna be the physical representation of seeing Yahweh right there. Right? That's the closest thing you get to seeing Yahweh until we in the new bodies that we can literally go into the spirit world right now.
Right. That verse says, and ye, both elect, are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power, man. Ooh! If I ain't trying to miss out on there, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. Yeah, you got it right.
He's the ruler of everything, but he's gonna make you join heirs with him. I say we are with him, so we're gonna get everything that he gets. You got the ability to, I say, do all things under him. We're gonna have that ability as well, man. Right? So that, hey, we got something to look forward to, man. That opens an edifying lesson. By giving him the praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Harakakadash. Give honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, who rule and teach world, peace and blessings to the hopeful and faithful elect. Across the four corners, living and preaching the truth to the best of their ability and sincerity. Shalom, Shalom, Bible Ball, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Bible Ball, and Kwame Shalom.